Jordan's saucy takes. Something with sauce because you think was enjoyed his
Jordan's
sauce.
Spicy take.
Hot sauce, hot takes. Yeah,
Jordan's
baby.
spicy takeaway.
Oh, spicy takeaway is not bad actually because takes. That's okay.
Takeaway. You calling me fat cunt?
Yeah, we won't answer that question. What?
Yeah, I thought
Week 1 went well. At least that was cool. We got some new subscribers out of it. If you are a new subscriber to this channel, or you're listening on podcast, nice. You're listening on
podcast,
Spotify.
well, great start.
Listening on Spotify. Welcome in. We appreciate you. We love you. We hope you're ready for us to just talk shit about wrestling for a while. I'm not gonna lie. Last week kind of ran pretty much perfectly, and we didn't anticipate that. I didn't have to do much editing. However, I feel like this week, now that we've tried to put some segments together, is going to run like absolute fucking dirt, and I'm going to have to do so much work for this, so that's fun. But it's all right. It's okay. We've got some segments coming up. That's nice.
Fun, mate.
Frog's changed his camera angle. Jordan's changed his camera lighting, and I'm left looking like fucking standard Larry over here. Should have fucking told me I was changing my shit, huh? Thanks, boys. Go away for a weekend.
I didn't even know was changing his. I put mine on Twitter. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just have a look at my head real quick. Woke up to like fucking 23 likes. Feel good about myself. Thanks for the confidence boost. Then Frog's like, oh, he changed his camera angle, matey. Oh, you beauty. I changed mine. Yeah,
It was easier.
you dickhead. No, fucking. Can you do me a favor? Hey, stand up for me and tell me if there's a fucking pizza on your chair, mate.
Huh?
The fucking Next Maker box opening. Have you not seen that?
Is there a pizza
Frog
on his
has a
chair?
video. Frog has a video on his channel, right?
Yeah.
He's got like the Next Maker box opening and he's like showing all the stuff saying thank you 2K, all the good stuff. In the background, there's just this fucking pizza on his chair. Like just a slice of pizza on his chair.
I've got to go
How
watch
much
it.
was a slice? I think it was half a pizza because I ate half of it. I got the box. I'm
Half
like,
a
you know,
pizza's
I want to open it. I had nowhere to put it, so I put it on my chair. Where else am I going to put it, dude?
You didn't crop it out in editing?
Why would I crop it out?
I mean, fair enough. I mean,
It's not like I'm going to go fucking sit on it.
No,
Well, we don't know that. It was on your chair.
yeah, we don't know that.
That wasn't on your desk.
I got a weird pizza fetish where I like to sit on pizza. How good?
You don't eat
can
it that
you
way.
sell it?
You eat it that way.
Bro.
I eat it the South Parkway, bro. And
Well-
my ass fucking pull out my mouth. Nice.
We'll make so much out of this, bro. We'll make so much. We'll just sell DropKickz pizza and it's just frog shitting on pizzas and we'll sell them.
Fucking
Little frog nuggets. I like it.
Ah, now it's fucked. Now it's fucked. Little frog nuggets. It's ruined. I can never have nuggets again.
No.
And to think that a wrestling podcast started like this, how good.
Yeah, right. And somewhere in here, I'm going to put in that clip of what Jordan said on stream today. So there'll be things about Riley Reid as well. So
no, hold on. But that,
and the
question
Peppy
still
clip.
stands though.
Peppy clip got to be in here too.
Both of them. Oh,
So-
you're a dickhead. No, we're not doing both.
That's a good way to segue though, because we were asked this. We put up a Q&A this week, which I don't know when we'll get to, but we will get to it. Most of them. If we don't, we'll delete the message and like pin the ones that we haven't read. That way they'll stay in the Q&A and we can get to them next week. We all stream. All our links are down below. However, we do a watch along for major pay-per-views, and they are, of course, usually drinking watch alongs. So we get quite drunk and do some dumb shit, like pour Pepsi on our head, even though he was sober. So
I was the most. What's the word? Proper thinking. What's the word?
sober.
Sober. I was the most sober there, and I still did the dumbest shit of pouring Peppy on my head.
Yeah, I mean, you made
Like I said
$130,
last time,
right?
Thanks, 150. Thanks for your money, nerds.
Fucking, there you go.
I put it towards Afterpay. It's money I owed. Thank you.
That's worth it.
Cheers.
That's
Oh,
fine.
mate,
You gave
come
us
on.
you gave us content. That's fine. All right. Well, we'll jump into things. We're going to run things a bit differently this week. We're not going to ramble and rapidly speak about SummerSlam and breakdowns and results from Raw and SmackDown and whatnot. We've kind of got some topics and bullet points to really discuss between all three of us, and then we can talk about some other things that happen while discussing these topics. Of course, we have 3 segments coming up. 2 of them unnamed because they haven't decided yet. One of them you'll see in a minute pop up. This is where I should have Diamonds and Dookies pop up. I don't have it yet, so that's going to suck for this. If you're watching this or listening to this on Spotify, you're like, what are you talking about, you fucking idiot? We're talking about graphics on the YouTube, so go over there and check that out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go to the Spotify and check it out there. Thank you. All right. First things first, our first topic of today, because this is a big one, and Jordan's got his wheel going already, I can already tell, is Papa H. Papa H is back in control of the company. We all know this. So Triple H's influence on creative / talent. We want to talk about this today because SummerSlam still felt a bit Vince ran. There's a couple things you're like, well, fucking like Liv and Ronda. Oh my God, that shit sucked. It stank like absolute dookie water. So like not good. However, a couple things were great. You get to the Raw after it, and literally everything is just going crazy. There's Montez by himself. There's Seth coming out with cutting promos. There's returns. There's Becky going back to being a face. Like Triple H is clearly come into the company as head of talent relations and now head of creative and gone, my stepdaddy? No, that's weird. My dad-in-law, my dad-in-law was a fuckwit. My dad-in-law was a fuckwit running this like an idiot. I need to now fix what I've done, or what's been done, not what I've done, but what's been done. He went out with his heart surgery shit. I don't know when it happened. He had his little pacemaker put in. He's now okay. He comes back. Shawn Michaels is running NXT 2.0. That's kind of shambolic. It's kind of all over the place. So it's a bit of whatever, a bit of a clown fiesta, hence the colors. And now Triple H is in charge of the main roster, and we're seeing his creative input already. Dakota Kai, Io. I nearly forgot Io. I legit nearly forgot. I imagine Io, Ciampa, Shayna. Like, there's a lot of things happening. Like, if we specifically look at Raw, Ciampa's getting an immediate push. Immediately. He comes in with Miz. He came in with Miz, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
It was Miz TV with Ali, wasn't it? And Ali did the whole...
No, Ali, that was Theory. That was Theory.
When did Ciampa come into the company, like, for the main roster?
I feel like he just came in and started dick riding Miz. I don't know. Like, it just happened. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember when Ciampa came in. If we do remember, one of us can shout it out. If not, you guys can let us know. But Ciampa came in, was doing this whole I'm your bodyguard thing, even though he's smaller than the Miz, which is ironic. More dangerous, but smaller. Vince's booking, clearly. Ciampa was in trouble. Vince is gone. Now Ciampa immediately, the week after SummerSlam, let's say SmackDown, week after SummerSlam, Ciampa is being pushed, essentially, to be the next US champion. Probably, maybe will be. Raw's tomorrow. This goes live the morning of Raw for most Americans and Europeans, so shout out to you guys. But Ciampa might win this title. What the fuck does that mean for Ciampa and Bobby? Like, what happens here? Let's put the hyperbole out there. Ciampa wins. What happens? What happens? Where does Bobby go? What does Ciampa do? Who's next for Ciampa? I got some theory booking, but like, what does Bobby do? What do you do with? There's no main title on Raw at the moment. Might not be after Cardiff.
At the moment, yeah, we're till Cardiff.
I can see him being like the next Drew, where it's kind of like the big guy, but he's not doing much. He's not going for the titles, but he'll have like a good match with someone. Like that might be him. I'm sick and fucking tired of having these like champions which you would never see lose to anyone, and I kind of feel like Lashley's getting there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you put him up against Ciampa. Realistically, you know Lashley's going to win. I don't know if that's Vince booking or if that's just like how it is. You know, I don't know. I'd like to see Ciampa win. I don't know, fuck Lashley off.
So if Ciampa does win, does that mean Miz is going to be like his manager the whole time?
Yeah, right.
I was saying this, I think I said this last week, right? Have Miz as a manager, have him get a faction or some shit, give him DIY. Maybe a Gargano wants to do face stuff, Ciampa wants to do heel stuff. Miz is the manager and it's like, hey, listen, I don't know, maybe something happens there. But like, I don't know. Or maybe Miz just turns on Ciampa and you've got a face champion. I don't know.
True. I mean, or
it's such a weird situation, dude.
I mean, Ciampa could still be like the heel per se. Miz plays a good tweener. Like, he can get the crowd going. He can also get the crowd to hate him. But if Ciampa does win, we'll still play that because it's probably pretty likely. If I was a betting man, and I am, but I'm not, I gamble responsibly. If I was a betting man, I would put money on Ciampa to win because like his dad's in charge of the company now. It's literally his dad, you know. So I don't know. I feel like Ciampa gets the win. It could be because of shenanigans. Miz helped helped Ciampa hold AJ's leg and get the count out, so Ciampa could then win. But if we go with the fairy tale booking, which Jordan and I said on stream earlier today, once again, check all the links down below. If you're listening on Spotify, just go over to our YouTube or our Twitter. You can find us all there. Literally, this is set up for either Miz can run a faction, or if you get lucky, because we want to, it's in Columbus tomorrow, Ohio, I think, or it's in Cleveland, which is Gargano's hometown.
Cleveland. Yeah.
So you get Maurice on Raw, which probably gives it away, but you get Maurice on Raw, and Maurice and Miz screw Ciampa over a little bit. And it's like, damn, something's got to happen to help even these odds. This kind of sucks. And then you get Gargano and Candice. They return. Could even do it the other way around. Could have Ciampa stay as Miz's protege or bodyguard, whatever you want to call him, and they're beating down Bobby, and someone needs to come save Bobby because now it's a 3-on-1. Out comes Candice and Gargano, right? Like, Candice is ring fit. We saw her at StarCast. She looks great. Considering she had a baby like 4 months ago, she looks great. Yeah. Gargano's obviously ready to get back in the ring. He's been teasing it for a long time. He had that stuff at StarCast where he's talking to Dexter about, or Samuel Shaw now, about all the independent scenes and saying, have you done any indies lately? Nice little play on him fucking indie in NXT. Fucking quotation marks. You can't see them on Spotify, but quotation marks.
No, it was the kayfabe fuck, brother.
A kayfabe fuck. I want one of them.
Fuck.
I want one of them. Is this Edge and Leader kayfabe, or is this like Edge and Leader kayfabe? You know, like
oh fuck, I don't know. Did the Edge and Leader actually meet the tunnel? You know,
Yeah,
was it Sausage and Tunnel, or was it?
Oh god. Quick shout outs. Quick shout outs for Chance here, because I was talking to him about this the other night. This sounds weird. We were talking about Matt, Jeff, Leader, and how Leader fucked Matt over by cheating on Matt with Edge, and then it was a real life story in the company. Wild.
Yeah.
Wrestling back in the day.
A lot, though.
Wild. Yeah. So technically,
with Triple H and Steph.
Yeah,
Same
you're right. With China.
Benoit
Yeah.
And yeah.
Whoa, Benoit!
Everyone.
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
That's it. Podcast shut down after 1 week.
Lana for a bit too. So come on.
Did Lana actually cheat in real life, or is this a story?
I don't think she cheated. I think it was the storyline. They made her like fucking make out with Ziggler and
Bobby.
I don't know. It was the Bobby Lashley one.
And then Liv.
They were trying their hardest.
Lana was like she went with the interracial Bobby stuff. She went with the
hard.
She went with the whole doll
was
stuff.
Kayfabe getting around. Fucking hell.
She went with the lesbian stuff with Liv. Jesus, Lana, I'm saying.
Imagine just being Lana, right? You walk backstage and Vince is like, that's it. You're going to Bobby. Next week goes backstage. That's it. You're going to Liv. It was like, what the fuck?
I think
training to wrestle and then you're going around to people.
I think this is specifically the reason he owes $13 million in hush money. so kind of unfortunate there. But we got something to talk about with Lana, actually, about AEW. We'll get to that.
I was gonna say, did you see the thing the other day with Lana, which is like, oh, Vince told me I had to like learn to take bumps if I want to wrestle.
Oh, bro, that was just stupid.
You're a wrestler, right?
You're in a wrestling company.
Like if you're a wrestler, and you don't know how to take a bump, then fuck you doing? Yeah, what are you doing?
This might just be me, and it kind of worked, I guess. Like, oh, people are talking about Vince. Oh, maybe I'll put out a Vince story. I don't really have much to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
But if I bring up Vince's name as a former wrestler, people talk about me. It's like, yeah, you got told to wrestle for a fucking wrestling company. You idiot. Yes, that's what you fucking do.
He's staring down the camera. He's staring it down.
Was it her idea to get passed around so that way she didn't have to wrestle? I don't fucking know. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
That probably was Vince.
I
mean, she might still need a kayfabe take bumps for that one, but hey, listen.
She went through several tables.
Yeah, right.
It's a great tie-in, actually, by the way. Who even brought up Lana? How did this happen? Was it Frogs that brought Lana up?
It was me, yeah.
You're a genius, and now you're in charge of everything, because literally, I would have forgotten about this, but we'll discuss it real quick. Miro cut a promo on AEW this week.
Okay, well, I didn't watch.
He said, yeah, you're asleep, but that's fine. He said something about she made me do this, she sent me, and all this kind of stuff. Who is she? Is it Lana? Is she going to AEW? Has Tony Khan just ruined his women's division by signing her?
Stephanie McMahon.
What? Stephanie McMahon, yeah, he's a plan all along. Like he's like WWE sent him to go to AEW and ruin it from the inside out. Jesus.
Yeah, 100%.
Jesus. I've just seen a lot of things about Lana returning to wrestling and how she misses the passion and all that kind of stuff. I'd believe it now that Papa H is back in charge. But
yeah, I'm gonna say misses it now that Vince is gone. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Look, I can't say he would have been a good guy to work, or good guy is the wrong word. A nice guy to work under, innuendo, or to work with, because like he's just everything that was brought up to him. He was like, "No, I don't like that," and then immediately Triple H is like, "Green light, we like this." So I just had to throw that in there because we're talking about Lana, so I like that one. That's a good shout. What major things happened on Raw? What else? Like Becky's gone, separated shoulder, and then they've rid her off with the attack once again. Triple H.
They were setting up the 6 woman, right?
Yeah, I think they wanted to do Asuka, Bianca, Becky versus Bayley, Io, Dakota. Now Alexa's been thrown into that position. I think, I don't know, it might have been, I think it's actually been one of our chats recently. I think it might have been Lewis in chat. So shout out to Lewis, who kept saying this should be Tegan's spot. Like Tegan and Dakota have that rivalry, all that kind of stuff. Then we discussed it this morning as well, that like if you write Alexa off somehow, like even if there's rumors, we'll get to it, but there's rumors that Bray's coming back. If Bray and Alexa go off and do something, or he just storyline abducts her, so she's off TV.
They kayfabing.
She's off TV for a bit. That way, then she can come back as goddess or something and get rid of this whole I have a doll. Anyway, he takes her away. You need that third person. You can get a big pop in Cardiff if you literally have the hometown hero be Tegan come out and then take the absolute fucking swings into Dakota like their best friend. Well, they were tag team partners and best friends, right? So the history's there. Triple H is in charge. That man,
Missed him,
that man wrote NXT 2.0, not 2.0, Black and Gold. 2.0 is dog shit.
Yeah.
He wrote it, and this is all from there. Like, I'm saying this is crazy. Rhea, Bianca, Shayna, Candice, Tegan, Dakota, obviously they're EO. Like, all these NXT Black and Gold stars are now being booked to look like, or hopefully look like, absolute warlords, because they were treated like shit previously if they didn't have the mold that Vince liked, which is Raquel, tall, muscly, no charisma. Yeah, I said it. She's useless. I like her in the ring. Her character, she comes down, she's like,
That's no.
so like,
100%. That's all she offers, dude.
legit,
Even
she
like,
smiles. That's it.
Who did she have a match against recently? Shotzi or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was sitting there smiling at Shotzi. Shotzi smiled back, turned the camera, and she's like, "Oh fuck, I shouldn't be smiling. Oh, let's just stand here like this." It's like, what's your gimmick
hell.
again, brother? You lost your last
There
time.
is-
Got it changed.
Yeah.
And now you're fucking irrelevant.
There's no gimmick.
So
There's no gimmick at all. Like, they try to push her with that whole gauntlet match thing on SmackDown.
Oh, I found that dumb, by the way.
They kind of pushed her a little bit. It kind of worked, but she's only beaten like Shotzi, Aaliyah, Natty. Like, who else cares? But then, speaking of, because this is another great tie-in, Triple H's little baby girl, Shayna Baszler, Mrs. NXT champion forever. She was champion for fucking how long? Wins. Immediately gets a push. Has not been booked for fucking 6 weeks, 8 weeks maybe. Haven't seen her since Mania, even before that. Now comes out and gets a championship opportunity at Clash at the Castle. There could be shenanigans. Anything could happen. Ronda could come out and beat Shayna up and make this not be Shayna. But it's looking like on paper, Shayna is going to be having a championship match. Ciampa might be champion heading into it. Shinsuke is being set up to win the IC title. The big
I don't
news.
think Shinsuke will win.
I mean, he might not.
Will.
He might not.
It's for the title next week on SmackDown.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I do think we will get Sami Zayn and Gunther at Cardiff.
You think Sami?
Yeah, because
Wow.
I don't know if
Okay.
you've seen the promo with Jimmy and Jey Uso, but
I
they said
did.
that Sami needs to,
Yeah.
I guess win a title to become, one of us. So I think that we will get Sami and Gunther come Cardiff.
I love
you
that.
reckon a quick put over?
I love that you
that's
said
not gonna
this.
I
be a
mean, I
long
don't think
match.
he's going to win. I think he's going to lose, get the fucking shit beaten out of him.
Yeah, no,
But-
like a quick put over for Gunther. I don't see Sammy winning that all. Comes out,
Yeah.
gets smacked, and then the Usos maybe attack him afterwards.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
I could start a rivalry with him and Reigns or some shit, or just him and Usos.
I
so-
love that you said it. I really love that you said it, because this is another like little point I've got written down I wanted to discuss, and this is you've just thrown it straight in so we can do it.
Yeah, I'm good at this shit, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. It's Frog run this thing now. I have
Damn.
literally the first point I have written down for SmackDown. I'm sure a lot of people thought this too, because this is kind of going around the internet, and I said it to Jord today.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and the Usos kind of fallen out a little bit, right? Like, Usos are like, you don't have any gold. We have 4 titles. Big Dog got 2. You need to uphold your part of the bargain if you want to be honorary Us. So,
24/7 champion, let's go.
well, Sammy might chase some titles here for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks leading up to it. Not win anything because he just can't get over. He can't get that win. He's like, my God, I'm going to be kicked out of the bloodline. Gets kicked out of the bloodline, gets beaten up by the bloodline, and then because of the articles coming out saying he's leading to a big push, Mr. KO show, Mr. Kevin Owens finally gets back on TV. KO and Sammy have the history to be best friends / tag partners. They could be the team that takes the undisputed titles off the Usos because they're credible. KO Universal Champion, Sammy NXT Champion, great IC Champion. Like, imagine them as a tag team winning the undisputed tag titles. The internet wrestling community that love the independent scenes would lose their fucking mind. That'll be like, oh my God, Ring of Honor superstars. Oh my God, they won the titles. Like, they'd lose their fucking shit. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Someone's got to beat the Usos. We went through this on last week's pod. Who does it? We were like, oh fuck, there's no tag teams. Then the Raw after, well, Triple H said about that. Let me give you some tag teams. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's nice booking. I like that kind of theory crafting of we could get KO and Sammy as a tag team because the tag team division is shambolic. It's in shambles.
It really is.
It's not doing well. Before we jump into the tag team division and discuss this, because we got a lot to discuss with that,
There's a lot to discuss.
we're going to jump into Diamonds and Dookies. Now, if you are brand new, which we are because we didn't even know this was going to happen this week.
This whole segment's brand new.
If you are brand new, this segment is literally me taking one thing that I liked, essentially being good, a green check mark, a diamond per se, and taking one thing I didn't like from the week of wrestling, which is the shit, the dookie, the absolute stink on the floor, goddess type wrestling. Not good.
Okay.
So, exactly.
That's terrible.
So, the thing I like, and this is pretty generalized, so this is not a great start to this segment. I'm going to have to obviously hone it down in the weeks coming. But the thing I've liked recently. I will just go with Raw because SmackDown is the shortest show, and if I go with it, it carries over. The thing I've liked is unused talent specifically being booked. We saw Dolphy Ziggler back in action, which he's been a little bit recently. We saw Ali get an absolute fucking banger match, that triple threat. We've seen a few tag teams come up and have some action, specifically the Viking Raiders getting a bit of a push now. And also, we're seeing some things with the women's division. I think that whole women's division was in action on SmackDown, which is kind of sad. There's only 6 fucking superstars over there. But the whole women's division was booked. I'm kind of liking how Triple H has pulled the ranks of like, okay, there's no longer like pecking order of number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And he's just rewritten it all. And he's gone, no, everyone starts at the bottom and show me that you're hungry and you can work your way up. It seems like now, if you've ever played 2K, 2K20, 2K21, 2K22, 21 doesn't exist, but you know what I'm saying? You do a universe mode, and there's a what the fuck's it called? The rankings in the contenders in the division.
The Power 25 kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of similar to that. And like you win and you earn your way out for a title shot kind of thing. Feels like everyone's now playing on level 10, and they all need to get to level 1. Obviously, level 1 is live. Is that the right decision? I don't know, but you need to now earn your way there. They put Raquel over. They make her look strong in this, but Shayna gets that first shot at her because realistically, Shayna is that monster heel that probably should have won back at WrestleMania 36. She didn't. Becky went over. That's a topic for another time, maybe next week's pod. But it feels like my diamond for the week. It feels like everyone is being pushed equivalently, I should say. It's not a I'm going to push Gunther because he's over to the moon and we love him, but I'm also going to push Ricochet. He beat fucking Baron Corbin or Happy Corbin, like in a good finish too, clean shooting star. Like it feels like
so beautiful.
Feels like everything is back to being equal ground. Let's start from the bottom and see who will genuinely get over with the crowd, not be forced down our throats. With that being said, this is my dookie for the week. With that being said, we are still getting some of those fan favorites, quotation marks, the Drew McIntyres, etc. I know people love Drew, but I'm not a Drew guy. I like Drew as a champ when he's a heel or when he's like a tweener. When he's doing this whole 3-2-1 Claymore, I'm Super Cena. We've seen it. We don't need it. We're getting it. Drew is still this guy that's going to get his big win at Cardiff. Maybe, I know it's in Cardiff, and hopefully Carrion or Killer Cross, whatever he's gone by now, or Theory will play the trump card and not allow Drew to win here. But I feel like the right play is to not make Drew champion yet. Or if you do, one champion. Don't give him both, bro. It's going to fucking... You just fix the company. You're going to put both titles back on Drew, and we're all going to watch AEW. See you next week. So, like, okay, we're not, but still, like, I don't think that's the play. That's my dookie for the week. I've had that one saved for a while. I've been saying it on stream for the last 6 weeks, I reckon. So next week I'm fucked. I'm going to have to actually pay attention to what I didn't like. And that's hard because I'm currently liking the wrestling. I'll also put a slash and say Jericho in the AEW title scene. That's a shout out for my AEW fans. We don't really discuss much AEW here. We obviously can, but Jesus, Jericho. He's 94,000 years old, and they're like, I want you to be the Lionheart, the survivor of the Stu Hart dungeon. I want you to versus Moxley. And it's like, bro, he ain't WCW Chris Jericho anymore. He's not even WWE Chris Jericho anymore. He popped up with that fucking baseball bat and that mask last week from the Cody Vader. I was like, ha, Rey Mysterio, you know? So like, yeah, that ain't good. AEW, what are you doing, Tony Khan? This is your chance. You need to shine. You're not doing it. But that's Diamonds and Dookies for this week. Pay attention to next week. There'll be actual proper ones that aren't just you kind of a generalized. It's going to allow us actually to have a little break real quick.
So speaking of AEW, I'm sure we'll get another Vince reference next week again. Thanks,
oh
Max.
yeah, the Max Caster thing, right? Yeah, the retire quicker than Vince McMahon or whatever he said. Yeah.
Look, just stop it. Honestly, we get it.
It's pretty
a good,
petty, right?
Cheap pop, but do your own thing, man. Honestly.
It's pretty petty. They do it a lot every week. There's a shot at WWE.
Every week, a shot at WWE. Come on, man. Just be yourself. Just
100%. I will say
your own company.
We'll say the first hour of AW was good. Second hour not so much, but first hour was good. I enjoyed that.
The only parts I've seen was the whole Thunder Rosa with the sandbagging shirt.
Oh, that's just dumb shit.
Yeah, Jordan, thank you.
Dumb shit.
It's like Max stuff. So.
You're supposed to be a face, right? You're the fucking champion, right? And you've got a shirt that's proud of you ruining matches, throwing matches, making people look weak and fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a t-shirt you're selling. And Tony's like, oh yeah, sell the shirt. It's so funny. Haha. Fuck off, Tony.
Yeah.
It's
or one Tony Khan or Tony Storm.
Both.
Both. I don't care.
Both. Definitely both.
Deej was saying something about a break earlier, and I kind of want to. This wasn't planned, and I kind of want to do it. So I'm just going to do this real quick. All three of us have a code for Juiced Energy. You can use code Bullfrog, code Kitten, or code Jordan SC for 10% off. But if you want to do, keep an eye out on the store. There is a King Kitten flavor watermelon coming out. Not too sure when.
Whoa. The plug from Jordan.
Yeah, plug from Jordan. There you go.
It should be next. It should be next week. Honestly, it should be next week.
Next week.
For those watching on YouTube right now, here you go. Boom! Look at that. Look at that little mustache and that little mullet, that little title belt. Delicious.
Look at the little sex over there.
The little sex. All right. Well,
the little sex.
You can pick that up at Juice.energy. You can use all codes. We all have one. Bullfrog, Jordan SC, code Kitten, all works. They're crazy.
You should talk to Brian and see if there's a DropKickz one.
Oh, we could get one. DropKickz, okay. I see where you're going. A generalized one, and then we can all put that money back into buying sex toys. No, what?
Okay.
So
saves money, yeah.
Exactly, yeah, it saves money, right? I'm saying,
yeah, absolutely.
So I wanna lead into something here, but this is a big talking point. So I don't know if maybe Frog wants to do some trivia before or after this.
I can do it after this. Otherwise, we're going from your segment to mine to a bunch of talking. So might as well have a bit of a break and talk about the product.
This talking point is one of Jordan's, I guess say like babies. This is what he cradles this shit. He grabs it. And he's
what are you about to say?
Fucking wham, where's baby's binky? And then he pulls his titty out.
Who baby this?
Who baby this? Exactly. So this is our second topic for the night, which will sprout immediate conversation and a lot of conversation, I'm imagining, is the tag division for both rosters, male and female, has been fixed, was being fixed, and they're adding depth to it. Obviously playing on the KO and Sami stuff, if that does happen, the thoughts of DIY, Miz and Ciampa are already a team. Like, there's a lot of things happening that they're trying to fix here. Viking Raiders are going over like crazy. They just
profits are splitting.
Profits are splitting. However, they just wrote off Woods. Yeah. We've seen Big E at the training rings.
I don't think Big E's coming back.
Big E could be in line for a return soon to save Kofi, because Kofi's involved with the Viking Raiders and he has no partner because Woods has been written off with his leg injury. So Big E could be on his way back. However, the tag division for both rosters is looking insane. Is this Raw? We have that the announcement of all the teams being announced for the tournament, right? The women's tournament, which fucking shocked me. Last week they were like, well, the week of this podcast, they were like, fucking, we're bringing back the women's tag titles. Excuse me? Like, that's taboo. Like, those titles are worse than Jordan's bathwater. They're not good.
Huh?
They're not good.
On, you motherfucker.
So, like, And now they want to bring them back. Do we have 8 women teams?
I was going to say.
Can you nail 8 women teams for me right now? Like,
how many female teams do you think will be involved? Like, will it be 8? Will it be, I don't know,
it's a tournament, right?
Or something like that?
I mean, they could do 4, but it's semi-finals immediately, isn't it? It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, man, fucking, that would suck. Well, not suck, but
like, they've done it in the past.
Well, if they bring back the titles, they're going to bring back the people who fucking dropped them in the bin, you know? Like, I'm sure that's going to be the big payoff, is you're going to get Sasha Naomi back. But it's like, it means that we're going to see a whole bunch of throw-together tag teams that we're not going to give a fuck about. That's the problem, though.
I think we will.
Probably. Maybe. What tag teams in NXT? But then they leave Mandy.
Yeah, but Toxic Attraction are kind of having this weird thing where like Gigi and JC can't win anymore and Mandy is winning. So it's like, oh, you suck. You can't be part of me.
The tag titles on Raw.
True. I think Jordan's right. I think the ultimate payoff will be Naomi and Sasha winning those titles back. But 8 teams. I'm just trying to think of 8 teams. So Gigi and JC, Toxic Attraction, Naomi and Sasha. I'm already struggling.
Alexa, but Alexa's in the.
Nikki and Doudrop. Nikki and Doudrop. That's a team. There you go. 3.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I forgot about
that. The rumors of Triple H bringing people back, you could have India and Candice. None of them are signed.
Indian Candice.
Don't get me excited.
The rumor is Triple H is still looking to pick up some old people that were signed. Like, he's not taking his foot off the pedal. That's still happening.
I don't like when you get me excited.
That's still only 4 teams, though. Like, just think about it. It's only 4 teams.
That's what I mean. It might only be a 4-team tournament.
I mean, if
probably
it,
get
if
like
it is,
Natalia and Tamina or some shit.
I think you will too. You'll get Natty and Tamina or something of those lines. That puts 5 teams. We need 3 more.
Control.
Okay. The other 2 in Control.
Dakota, right. And maybe like Raquel and someone else, and then you can play off the whole Dakota Raquel thing that had an NXT.
Which means you'll probably get Alexa and Asuka then as a tag, because Control need to have the other pairing on the other side of that trio. There's still 1 more slot, and we like, unless it's Raquel with someone.
Raquel and
like shots in Leah or some shit. I think they've got a thing going on, right?
Yeah, but they hate each other though at the moment.
Now?
Oh, do they? Okay.
Good fucking answer, right? A good question. Like, who is a face in the women's division that we see a lot of? Unless they do like a return for someone or a recall up or a re-sign, like a. I mean, I would love to say the Iconics, but Cassidy Lee's pregnant. Congratulations to her, but that's obviously not coming back to the company if she's pregnant. So there's another spot here. Look, it took us 10 minutes nearly to nail down 8 tags for this, and there's a lot of theory crafting of the way and all this kind of stuff, the call-ups of Toxic Attraction. So, like, at least they're trying to make this more depth in divisions and more for us to care about these belts, but they're gonna have to work hard for the women specifically, because fuck me, there's like 3 teams on the active roster that we actually know and care about. And Nikki Ash and Doudrop are not one of them, so they need to repackage that and fix it. Because Jesus, even Reeves returning confirmed. There you go. She's back with Summer Rae. There you go.
Doudrop.
I'll book it. I'll book it. Fuck it. All right. Well, Summer Rae and Natty's nose. There you go. I'll book it. The men's division, on the other hand, men's division, those titles been hostage for a bit. I shouldn't say hostage. Usos put on probably match stealers every single pay-per-view, but they've had them for how long? 370 plus days or something like that. So
some big number, yeah.
Probably due for a change soon, right? Which means, I mean, I think when Roman drops his, they probably drop theirs because Bloodline all lose their titles at once. Otherwise, it doesn't make a lot of sense for booking. Without the theory crafting or the hope, I guess, of KO and Sami. Once again, who takes those titles? Who takes them? Like, there's no one. Ray and Dom couldn't do it on Raw. What the fuck do we get? I really can't answer it. There's a lot of tags that just.
I have an idea, but I don't know if I can say it.
You definitely can. If it's bad, I'll edit it out. So if we get cut, if you get a cut here, we get a cut here, it's because Jordan's idea sucked ass. All right, go.
I was gonna say you've got Wes in NXT.
Okay.
Right? The stuff with Nash, it's was what it was. Maybe Nash can come back. MSK versus Usos.
Be a good match.
That could be a match. Yeah, maybe Sami Zayn costs the Usos, and you've got MSK as tag champs because that looked great in NXT. It's unfortunate what happened. Dumb mistakes from the past being brought up by someone you trusted, which, I mean, I'm not going to talk about that. But I mean, if there is some sort of conversation happening there, I'd really like to see MSK back. I don't really think Wes is doing too much.
He's involved with
I'm not too sure.
Carmelo and Trick on NXT, but he's not challenging for any titles, so he could be called up immediately. It wouldn't change any storyline.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I'd like to see MSK do it.
100%.
And as a tag team, bring them SmackDown. Other than that, I don't really know.
They were pretty over too. Besides the NXT,
that was super over.
Original NXT crowd hating on them because of that one group of people. We won't talk about it. There's a lot of dramas going on. You probably search it up. But Nash had some stuff come up about his past that Vince immediately was like, "No, you're gone." Or talent relations, I should say. John Laurinaitis, I guess at the time, said, "No, you're gone." Triple H is now in charge. Triple H mentored this dude in NXT. Was pretty much the reason they signed. So who knows? He might be able to be like, "Hey, look, what you did was fucked. What you posted was fucked. What happened was fucked, but you've been punished for it. You've lost all bookings for the last 2 years. Like, maybe, I don't know. It's a pretty good shout, actually. We'll leave that in. That doesn't need to be cut. We'll leave it in. Right. This is an interesting one, though. Huh? We mentioned in fucking Unknown Babies, Benoit and Nash Carter. Fucking hell. That's the title of this one. Podcast number 2. Unknown Babies, Benoit and Nash Carter. Boom. There you go.
There you go. People getting any clicks.
No, we're getting several clicks, but it's for the wrong reasons.
That's the end of us, dude.
And it's for the wrong reasons. Obviously, we all put this out here and we were all like, yeah, they're fixing divisions, they're adding depth and all that kind of stuff. The main point that we probably should have mentioned a while back is that Karrion Kross and Scarlett are back. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? There's been no rumors about it. I love this, by the way, as a wrestling fan. No rumors.
There was one rumors like, WWE are planning on bringing them back, but it wasn't confirmed.
Yeah, planning. Exactly. It was like
planning. That morning that they returned, they said they were planning.
Kross is on his way back to WWE or something like that, and it's like, okay, like he's on his way back. Like might take 6 months, might take a year, but motherfucker showed up 2 hours later on SmackDown, and straight into the title scene, which goes back to our first topic of Triple H's creative input, his influence on creative. This man was a beast in NXT Black and Gold. He beat Cole Dunn and Fish. No, not Fish. O'Reilly. Fuck, it's hard to remember. All at once in a fatal 4-way. Like, this man, this man huge, and was booked to be a gimp to lose to Jeff Hardy.
I still can't believe they did that. That was the worst decision WWE could have ever made.
And then they put the helmet on him and said Scarlett doesn't get to be with him. What the fuck are you doing? That is literally his mouthpiece. Like, he cuts an okay promo. Actually, I'll give him credit. He cuts a pretty good promo, but he doesn't need to when he's got Scarlett. She walks out with the clock, puts it upside down. The end is near. TikTok. Holy shit, what a package. That's the fucking coolest thing in the world. And they didn't want to book that. Vince said,
he kept his hair. How good.
Vince said, no, I don't want that. Yeah, and he kept his hair. His hair looks awesome, by the way. Wasn't a big fan of when he was bald. He was a bit, I guess, a little too cartoonish looking. Now he's got the hair. It's like, oh shit, this man gonna kill me.
More intimidating,
yeah. And he nearly did. He fucking smashed through his head into the stairs and then did the clock to Roman. So like, Triple H, you know.
That goes back to what you were saying about Drew being like the big babyface champion, you know. First thing he does is fuck up Drew. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that could be like a sign to say, hey, look, Drew's not our guy. You know?
I hope so, bro.
Drew's coming out to look at Roman, but then he gets attacked by someone from NXT, which was Triple H's guy.
Yeah, you know, 100%.
Maybe Karrion could be the one to take the title from Roman, but the problem is that's then a heel versus heel.
Yeah,
and then the heel champion loses. I don't think there's much of a reaction for that.
You're right.
Especially with the internet getting really weird over Karrion. I'm not sure why everyone's losing their shit.
Just
like not in a good way.
Weird things about like him not being anti-vax and all that kind of stuff. Look, opinions are opinions in 2022. You can have whatever opinions you want. You do whatever you want to your own body. It's 2022. But man, you can't hate a wrestler because of your opinion, because of what he like has a choice of. Like, why don't people hate Sasha Banks then? You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't. She's against the vaccine, or was at least. Like, and people.
Pictures.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The comic, the like, other way. Hang on, Frog, stay there, Frog, stay there. These ones, like, bro, like, yeah. The point, like, they're so far away from her. Like, so yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But like Karrion being back, Scarlett being back, huge from Triple H. If you think about the input that has, Ciampa going for a mid card title, Shayna going for the women's title, and now Karrion back into the main men's title. Like, that's 3 NXT superstars immediately thrusted into titles.
That was a great time to be a black and gold NXT superstar.
Legit. Yeah, or a black and gold NXT fan. All those fans that were upset that 2.0 happened, and they're all like, 2.0 sucks fucking dookie. And now
I'm guilty for that one.
Black and gold.
I've been saying this. Turn SmackDown into what black and gold was.
Yep.
Fucking book that shit. And it looks like they actually are.
Yeah, right.
I'm excited for that.
Shayna and Cross are going for the titles on SmackDown, Jordan. So it's pretty black and gold right there.
Oh, happy.
We will say, though, there's one good thing that happened on NXT this week, which kind of has something to do with the tag division, because it is the new women's tag champions on NXT. Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter. So that's cool. They worked hard for that. They've been in every single women's tag division tournament in that brand, black and gold and 2.0, and just have not won. Yeah. The hell are over, though, and now they finally get a championship. So I know Frog's a big Casey or Katana mark, so good on them. That's a big thing.
I love Katana Chance. How good.
We now have Heatwave this week, and I'm really not sure what's booked. I'm not a big 2.0 guy, besides really Gigi and Grayson Waller. So we'll see what happens on that. If it's worth talking about, we'll discuss it on next week's pod. Of course, weekly episodes, so make sure you do subscribe. You do listen to it on Spotify, or give us a rating on Spotify. I don't even know. Follow on Spotify. I think that's what it is. Shout out to Bullfrog for getting that set up, because I did not have any idea how to do it. So you did it for me. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, dude. You're welcome.
Hopefully we'll be up on Apple Podcasts eventually too. I know that was asked as well, which is pretty crazy.
Apple?
Yeah,
we can do it. I think so.
It was asked this morning in my stream. They said it's going to go on the Apple Spotify. What? Apple Podcasts.
No, it's not anymore. We're not.
I was like, oh, Apple Podcasts. Let me ask my tech guy. So you're the tech guy. Yeah. Jordan's the artist. You're the tech guy. I'm the face. Look at that.
You wear glasses and all of a sudden you're a tech guy.
No, I think we push this out to as many people as we can.
100%.
You know,
100%.
Get it on Apple. Get it on Spotify. We've got it on the tube. I was saying to Frog, I don't know if this is possible, but maybe like a Twitter space.
Do
like a live one every now and again.
Definitely. We have the
can
Twitch.
You do that on PC?
We have the Twitch, right? So we could always do like
we've got the Twitch. Yeah.
One live podcast. Like maybe the pay-per-view breakdown could be live on Twitch. Like it'd be very easy for them to go over there, you know? So genius ideas. Make sure you hit all those links down below, or at least go to our Twitter, which is twitter.com/DropKickzAU, I think. And just check that out. You can. It literally says.
I can bring it up because people on Spotify might not be able to see it.
Remember, it's DropKickz with a Z.
Yeah, with a Z.
AU.
Z. Yeah. DropKickz AU. Go over there. You'll see the DZK looks like, you know, DZK. It's not, but it looks like. That's us. Go over there, hit that follow button or subscribe button or whatever you're watching this, listening to this on. We're going to quickly, before Frog does his little trivia segment, which I'm excited for.
I just brought it up, so I figured it's getting close.
I'm going to very quickly say, we have one topic coming up at the very end, which is probably a big one. We've been recording for 43 minutes, we're actually making great time, 20 minutes per topic so far. We're killing it. We have a segment coming up. We have 2 segments left. Obviously, we have Frog. We have Jordan's segment at the very, very, very end. where I'm going to ask you guys live, because why not? We may as well do this live. It sounds better for our audience. Where do you want to do the Q&A? You want to do it now? You want to do it before Jordan's segment? Where do you guys want to do the Q&A? We've got a couple of questions to ask. Actually, a lot, but we'll get to a couple of them.
Do it now, I guess.
Do it now? All right, let me go to the server. By the way, check out the DropKickz Discord server. Yeah, look at that, Jordan. You made me plug that, you fucking cheeky son of a bitch.
Yeah, baby.
All right, I asked in the Q&A section. I said, "Hey, give us some questions, man. We need them." I can't drag. There we go. I'll put it on my main monitor so I can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. Let's scroll and pick a few out here. I've not read any of these, so let's pick a few out. What's a good one? Oh, this is a good one. It answers exactly what we're talking about. Well, it's in the ballpark of what we're talking about. From AP LOL, shout out to AP. He says, "Who's the next NXT call-up to win a major WWE title, male or female?" There's a couple in the mix. Who we picking?
Major as in like any title, or major as in like world title?
World title. World title.
Okay.
Yeah. The world women's title, which is like Raw and SmackDown, or the two belts on SmackDown. Who's the first one you're going for?
I mean, Braun's kind of like everyone's answer, right?
Braun,
yeah.
Other than Braun, probably like if SmackDown gets treated differently and starts like giving like smaller people the titles, maybe Carmelo Hayes.
That would be awesome. I would love that. Big mellow guy. He's got a sick finisher. That slam dunk thing. Froggy, you going with Braun too?
I would have said Braun as well, but also you did say major titles, which I know they're not a major title, but there is only tag titles there. So I would say I really want Legado to get the tag titles.
Legado del Fantasma. Yeah,
I said it last week, and I'm going to stick to it. So
they're undisputed. So at the moment, I guess that counts as major. If it's an undisputed belt, I guess it can be a major belt.
Yeah, I guess it kind of counts. Yeah. So I want them to win.
I'll be the spanner in the works, and oh my god, am I going to be the hater one on this podcast now?
Don't say Kevin Grimes.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy's
gonna drop that title, go back to the main roster, and she's gonna win the main title. I think she legitimately has proven herself as a champion now, that she can do it by herself. She obviously has the build for it. She's athletic as fuck. So put her in the title scene. She could be the new Trish Stratus-esque without having to pretend to strip for Vince and kiss asses.
Which champion will you let her beat?
Look, if I'm booking this and I want her to be like a dominant champion, she beats Bianca. I don't think she does though. I think she's a good shout. Yeah. I think she's going to beat Liv, because Liv looks like the weak, pissy little anyone can beat you champion.
It sounds so bad to say it like that, but it's so true.
Yeah, she's not been booked well.
Don't get me started on the Liv shit. Oh, I'm saving.
Absolute god tier question. I'm just going to mark it so I can remember to put that in this down below so you can see the question. Let's scroll. Let's find another one. Let's do three. There's like 70 in here, but we'll do three. Right. We'll do three. What's a good one here? Oh my god. I wish. Actually. Yeah, let's do this. Sure. This is completely unrelated to what we've been talking about. Completely. But I like this question. This is a very good question. Kappa Square. Shout out to Kappa. He's an avid viewer of all three of us. Where did TNA go wrong, and why haven't they been able to recover? What a fucking question. How much time do we have?
Oh,
like,
God.
Just go on. The longer, the better.
Let's get a little bullet point for this. Like a small little, like, this is what happened and this is why they can't recover. First of all, they went wrong with trying to compete with the big fish. They were doing fine, and then they went, I want all these WWE guys. I want Jeff. I want Hulk. I want Kevin Nash. I want Rada. I want Ken Anderson, Kennedy at the time. Like, I want all these dudes, and they were doing okay with aces and eights. And then from there on, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they went Drew, Morrison, Lashley. I think Del Rio was there for a bit of time. Like, well, WWE released all those guys for a reason. They're not great. Like, you're picking up the wrong ones now. So they took that whole Tony Khan aspect of, I want to take these wrestlers that are ex-WWE because money. But they took the duds. They took the ones that weren't making money, and he thought they still thought they were. I don't know who was in charge of talent at the time, but Dixie Carter definitely fucked up there.
To be fair, they did have some good ideas though. Like, you got Beer Money, AJ got pushed, Joe. You had Christopher Daniels. You know, even like Main Event Mafia, groups like that. You know, like
aces and eights, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are asking now, like, you want to bring up tag teams. People are actually saying bring Beer Money back.
Yeah.
Because Dolph's doing his own thing.
Yep.
Robert Roode's not doing anything. James Storm, I don't think is contracted anywhere. I'm not too sure.
He's on Impact, but I think he's on a Legends deal. So, like, it'd be like a once per thing, you know?
So Beer Money. And that's something that TNA started. You know, they're good for ideas, but like, I guess, like, they didn't really have that longevity. Is that the word?
Longevity, Longevity,
Longevity, there you go. Yeah.
You're right though. Like they have good ideas. They bring them up. They put them into play, and it's good for like a week or two. But they don't continue that booking, or they fuck the booking up somehow. It's worth saying that like from like 2004, 5ish, when TNA was I think NWA, and it changed to TNA, and then it went into like maybe 2013, 2014. That was good TNA. 2014 is kind of when they just like nipped it in the bud, and it just hasn't been able to recover since. They're trying. Frog and I watched their pay-per-views actually, and they're trying. But
yeah, we still watch it. It's pretty good.
The women's division is okay. It's led by Mickey, so like, how can you go wrong? Mickey's a legend, so she's doing wonders for that company. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't. Not touring, not selling tickets to anyone other than who they're performing for, which is like a little audience, like Full Sail, like for NXT, Black and Gold. So like, I mean, the only way to recover is to spend money to then tour, get international names booked for you, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I really don't know how they recover. They had Mickey do the whole Rumble crossover with the TNA title. That was cool as hell.
So cool.
Cool as hell.
That was the coolest thing I ever did.
Maybe they need to do that with someone who's actually a TNA talent and not an XWE talent, because then people just go, oh, Mickey James from WWE. Yeah, of course. They don't go, oh, who's this from TNA? Like they already know who she is. So maybe like what's it, Josh Alexander? He's champion, right? With the headgear. Have him in the Rumble. I mean, sure, Forbidden Door and all that kind of stuff. Have him on AEW. Like they've got a working partnership with AEW. Like they tried to have Christian Cage as champion.
Thing, though?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Tony Khan's plans are.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
which is great though.
It's a good ask question, by the way, Kappa, because like we don't know how they can recover. If you have any ideas how they recover, please do comment it down below. We always read the YouTube comments. Of course, if you're watching this on or listening, I should say, on Spotify, feel free to just tweet at us, at any of us, or at the DropKickz channel or DropKickz Twitter, and say, hey, this is how I think they should recover, or amazing question. This is what they should do. This is when they fell down. This is all that kind of stuff. Like, let us know. We want to hear what you guys are saying, man. We want to hear. One more. This is specifically for you, Frog. Jordan can answer it too, but specifically for you, Frog.
Oh, God.
Because why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Interesting.
Why not? Do you think Sasha and Naomi return on Raw? If not, when do they come back? So Raw's tomorrow. For us right now, we're recording. Raw is literally tomorrow.
Raw is, yeah.
Do they come back tomorrow? Or if not, when? When do you think they come back?
I don't know if I do see them returning. I know it's a big thing right now because everyone's like, oh, the hype train, Sasha and Naomi coming, but I don't think they will. I just have that weird feeling that
you don't think they come back.
They're kind of done with WWE. I know like Triple H is in charge, but I don't think that's enough to bring them back.
I mean, I could see Sasha being done because of a Hollywood career. She's done one series, but like Naomi, like she done? She wrapping it up?
Probably shouldn't wrap it up so she can have some children because that might be next in her career, but
true.
I don't know.
True. I like that little play on two words there. He meant sex.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think they should return, or they are going to return tomorrow. If they are, I'll be surprised. I'll be completely shocked, but I don't really know what the hell's going on with them.
Jordan, what do you reckon?
I think that's an interesting take.
I mean, really?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I kind of feel like now that Triple H is back, the titles go straight up, right? The rumors of Sasha Naomi coming back. Sure. I'm sure Triple H understands that the titles weren't being used very well. I'm sure they've reached out to Sasha. As much as we hate to say it, Sasha is a top talent and WWE needs her as much as her fans are very weird.
Yeah, she's money.
She makes money, exactly. Even if they decide to like split the team, maybe they come back, they don't win. Maybe Naomi goes heel and joins the bloodline. I don't know. Like that would be good for her because then you could build up a face Sasha, heel Naomi. They both fight for a title. They both walked out together of the company. They've got that story. They were that committed to each other and support each other that much. Now they're fighting for the main title. The story's already there from something that's real, you know? So I feel like, yeah, absolutely, they will come back. 100%.
This podcast going full circle. Our story's there from something that's real. This is Matt Hardy, Edge and Leader all over again. Holy shit! How do we keep doing this?
But honestly, as well, when you speak of the Bloodline and Naomi joining, I honestly don't see the Bloodline lasting another year.
Really? Actually,
yeah.
Fuck! I love the way you do this, Frog. We're gonna go into Frog's trivia. We are going to go into Frog's trivia.
Here we go. All right.
But you just
want to talk about the bloodline and stuff.
You just perfectly went into our next topic, which is in big letters on top of our screen right now, a way out for Roman with a question mark.
Oh, I need to stop with this.
Frog is on point with these today. We didn't rehearse this. None of this is rehearsed. None of it's rehearsed. We swear. There's no scripts. All right, Frog. This is your trivia, right? What are you calling this?
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna call this for now. It's just Frogs trivia. Yay!
All right, Frogs trivia. Confetti, boom.
Trivia. This week, we're gonna be talking about, well, not really talking about, but there's gonna be questions regarding The Miz and I guess Maurice as well.
I've lost.
So, Jordan,
Literally.
I'm expecting you to win. All right. If you lose
I
to
feel
Mr.
like-
King Kitten, I am going to hurt you.
So how
Bro, I'm a
game
choke
on
lord.
GTA.
We need it-
I'm gonna choke.
Oh,
do we need to
we
test
know
our
you're a
buzzers?
Coke Lord.
Can we test our
Listen,
buzzers?
So, go for it.
All right, my buzzer's gonna be
Jordan.
this. My buzzer's
Okay,
ready.
Deej, what's your buzzer?
Ha! There you go.
Jordan, you got a buzzer?
Oh fuck! I didn't know we were making buzzer sounds.
Yeah.
Can I just do the Lloyd?
Yep, that works.
Sure.
There
You
you
can do the
go.
Lloyd air.
One's a Goose, one's a Lloyd. Nice.
Okay. Well, also, if you'd like to play at home, feel free to, test your wrestling knowledge.
Yeah,
And
we'll give some
let's
time.
get it started. All right.
I'm
So
scared.
the first one. This is easy. This is very easy.
Oh, is it?
You both should get this
Make a
one.
dick out of
Fuck.
ourselves.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
What year did The Miz return to take on Eugene as the Calgary Kid? Jordan.
I want to say 2009.
Ding, ding, ding. That is correct.
Bro.
Yeah, baby.
Point to Jordan.
What?
Yeah, baby.
So those at home are going to be with me and be like, what the fuck? Shit, dude.
What?
Honestly, if Jordan had got that wrong, then it immediately defaults to
know,
me, and I get to say. I was gonna say 2008. So I mean,
okay.
at least I was in the ballpark.
ECW, right?
At least I was the ballpark.
Some raw.
Eugene, by the way, can we get some Eugene
Yeah,
claims?
Eugene. It was his last ever match. So
Yeah, because what was it, like a contract on a pole, and Miz is like,
yeah.
hey, and then Eugene's like,
Yeah.
and then he walked over.
Fucking hell! All right,
There
well
you go.
that's question
All right,
one.
Question. Okay, you taking over? Or is it my show?
Ah, I'm
All
sorry, dude. Sorry.
questions are there, bud? How many questions are there? 3?
There's 3 questions, and there will be a bonus one in case you guys are
Oh,
feeling risky.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah,
All right,
maybe.
I can get this one
All right,
wrong
so-
still and still tie. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, do you want me to ask you this question, Deej?
What the
Um,
fuck?
It's a Maurice question. I'll go 1 and 1. You know.
I mean, okay, that could be how this works. You ask one question each. If I get it wrong, Jordan gets to answer. That's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, that
All right.
saves the buzzing, and that way we don't have to go. Oh, so
What was Maurice's placement in the 2006 Diva Search?
oh, I should really know this because I love Maurice, but
And you
guess
love
what?
the Diva Search.
I don't
So-
know a lot about her placement here. I know about her placement. No, okay.
There was. I'll give you a clue. There was 8 in total. What did she place out of 8 people?
Bro, I'm gonna fire this one as a random guess. I don't actually know. So if this is right, shit. She fifth?
Jordan, do you know?
I'm going with fifth.
Jordan, you go with 5th. Jordan, do you know?
I'm locking in fifth.
I have no idea.
Jordan, lock in a number. Just some random number. I've said fifth.
Third. I don't know.
Well, you're both wrong.
Can we have another guess?
Sure.
All
Huh?
right, Deej, go first. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think she was a runner-up. And she didn't win. Sixth.
No.
I'm going further down the ladder. There's no fucking way.
Four?
Is she?
No.
Huh?
No.
Second?
8?
No.
So did you win?
Maurice came 7th out of 8.
Bro, she
7.
was the second loser. She was the
She
second
was
loser.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
mean,
there you
shit.
go. If you knew that at home, GG to you guys.
I've just got to say, Frog,
I thought you would have known this, Deej.
what year was that Diva Search? 6?
2006. I said it. I said it.
Six?
I said it.
Yeah,
at the
okay.
start.
So who won? 2006? Maria?
God, I don't know who won. I can't remember. I did have it up when I closed it.
Let us know down below. Let us know if you know. I really don't
I
know.
might still have it open here.
Diva Search, fucking Jesus, I'm going back in time like fucking 30
Nah, I
years.
closed
Dude.
it.
Like legitimately, we went back
Yeah.
like 16 years for that. Holy
I
shit,
think
we're old.
2005 was
Ashley,
no, 2006 was Ashley, right?
was
I
it
think 6
05?
was Ashley.
I don't know, bro. I really don't know. But
5 or
shit.
6 was
I don't-
Ashley. That's
I don't
what
know
remember.
anything about Diva Search.
Yeah.
This is fuck.
Yeah, well,
All
fuck.
right.
It's all right. Neither do I, apparently.
John's got 1 point. John's 0. Another question.
Yep.
This is for either of you guys. Use your buzzer. Feel free.
All right.
Ah, fuck. All right.
How many championships in total has The Miz won in the WWE?
Fuck me.
Jordan.
All right. So he's a 2-time Grand Slam.
Oh, he's counting them now.
Right.
All right.
Get
So
your fingers out, Jordan.
yeah, I'm getting my fingies out. 2 world championships. I feel like he's a 7-time IC champ. I could be wrong. 1-time US champ? No, 2-time because he's a 2-time Grand Slam. 2, 4. That's 11. I feel like he's a 4-time tag champ. So 15. And 17?
Wrong.
Wrong. Okay.
Ooh.
Deej, would you like to try?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. This is I'm not doing the math like Jordan has. This is just what I would assume based on his career. I'm gonna say 21.
You are closer. So I will give you the point here.
Okay.
It is 20.
Ah,
20.
I was
Wow.
leaning. I had 19 and 21. I'm like, do I just go middle and go 20? But I'm like, no, I'll go 21.
I
20.
think Miz was an 8-time tag champion.
Yep.
Okay.
8-time
Fuck.
IC champion.
Holy shit.
8-time IC?
Yeah, 2-time US and 2-time WWE.
Wow, what a fucking warlord. Has he won the 24/7 ever? He probably should just to really do the full circle of it, you know?
No.
All right, well,
we got a bonus question here. Use your buzzers. This is going to be extremely difficult, so I'm not expecting anyone to get it. I'll make it a round up. Whoever gets the closest wins. All right.
All right.
How many matches has The Miz won in 2021?
Oh, get fucked. Oh God.
How many has he won?
He won a Mania.
Jordan, shush, you gotta use your buzzer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we all know that one because that was fucking Logan's first match.
You'd actually be surprised with this answer, by the way.
Jordan, he said in 2021, by the way.
No, I also said wins as well, not how
Yeah.
many
Oh, in
matches.
21? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
2021, yeah.
Are we doing like a higher lower thing? Like if someone goes over, it doesn't count? Or you just like, hey, you're
whoever's
close, you win.
closer. Who's the closest?
Alright, cool.
Higher or lower?
I'm taking an absolute.
This
Oh!
is
I'm taking
what's
an
up?
absolute gamble with this because I'm putting faith in the Miz, and that's risky. I'm gonna go with.
1-1.
I'm
Make
gonna
it
go
count.
with Miz only won 6 matches in 2021.
Okay.
Jordan's face.
Jordan, what's your guess?
He only won 6.
You might as well have a guess because it's higher or lower. So
I was thinking like 28.
well, Deej comes out as the champion.
Boom!
As Miz only won 4 matches in
Boom!
2021.
4?
The
You're
winner.
fucking kidding.
Winner.
What?
During 2021, he only won 4 matches.
Winner.
He had
4?
25 in total,
Oh,
and he
fuck.
lost 21.
Don't forget, Jordan. 21 is Miz and Morrison a lot, and they lost a lot. So, yeah. And he won the title.
Oh, I think I found my fucking dookie of the week. That's bullshit.
So I guess
Deej,
I'm the Miz.
the champ.
I'm the Miz champ, huh? I'm the reigning trivia
Yeah.
champ.
I guess
Week
you
1,
can go
baby.
fuck yourself. Nah, the bullshit.
All right. By the way, if you got all of them correct, or if you did get time to answer them and you actually went through and answered them properly down below in the comments, and you beat
You're a
me,
bigger fan than Jordan.
I only got 2. I technically only get 2 because of roundups too. So if you actually got them all right, you're a warlord, and we love you. Keep listening per week. Per week. I like that segment. We need to do that. We need more questions. We need like fucking 16 questions in there.
I like it. I like it.
We need to get some like chat inspire like topics too. Like give Frog an
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
of what he should get. Like Ashley
Any
Massaro.
topics, feel free to tweet them at me or tweet about the DropKickz account.
Yeah.
I'll happily look at them and review them. So
100%. All right, we're going to lead into our last topic of this podcast. And it is, of course, a way out for Roman. Probably dropping those titles soon. Wants time off. Will need time off before he goes into his Mania Hollywood schedule, which I imagine will be full time. Probably Rumble to Hollywood, he'll be full time. So they give him what, 4 months off? Or yeah, about 4 months off after Cardiff, and then like that's enough time for him to be with his family and film whatever the hell he's doing. What the hell do they do with these titles, and how are they going to get him off Roman without him looking like he's been beaten? Like, what do you do?
it's so difficult. I don't know how. Like, are they going to take both titles away at once, or they're going to do one at a time?
Mm.
How is this going to be done? Like, Karrion Kross and Drew is a great way to do that.
Mm.
I think someone said the other week, do like a triple threat match. One title is on the line first. Whoever gets the first pinfall wins that title. Whoever gets the
Okay,
second
yeah.
pinfall gets the second title.
Kind of like a championship
That-
scramble. Yeah, okay.
Might be the best way to split the titles,
Mm.
but I don't know about it being unified. I don't know. It's so hard. How he does it, I don't know.
I mean,
I
you,
have to be soon.
you got to take into consideration George's man, A-Town Down theory as well. Like Mr. Money in the
A-Town
Bank. Like,
Unlucky
Yeah,
Kendall.
maybe.
does he just randomly cash in one week for one of the belts? Like he tax Roman backstage?
How does that work, though?
Something
Is it
like-
cash in for one belt or is it for both? Because they say on the pay-per-views it's for both, but not. I don't know.
It's got to be.
Does that mean that they're
It's a
going to
weird
merge the titles?
situation.
It's got to be based on the like on the
That might
on
be
the
it.
on the match, right? On the match card. So like Roman Brock was for both titles, so Theory was going to cash in for both. But if they announce Roman Drew for one title, Theory's cashing in for just one.
Well, Jordan might be smart there, where they might combine the titles and then just give Raw a separate one. Like,
Maybe.
give them the red one back.
They
Bring
have
them
announced.
back for a big gold, dude.
They have announced that that the draft is coming
That'd
back
be nice.
after Cardiff. So, like, if the draft's back, you have to have a belt for each show.
Well, USA, I think, have been also complaining that there's no main title on the show.
Yeah, there's
So-
legit like it's a 3-hour show and there's no main title. It's the US
What's
title
the
at the moment.
next? What's the next pay-per-view, by the way?
I think Extreme Rules. I think
I think it is Extreme Rules, yeah.
I was hearing something about Night of Champions. Is that?
Not
I think that's
sure.
December usually. This Night of Champions, TLC, Extreme Rules are all usually right near each other. Well, now they're replaced with Extreme Rules and Hell in a Cell. So I'm not too
I was
sure,
gonna say,
but I think it's Extreme Rules.
maybe they could do what they did with Backlash in 2016 with the females division. Have like a new title, bring that in, 6 people involved, fucking
Okay.
go for it.
Yeah.
Do something like that
Yeah.
for Night of Champions. Have the whole pay-per-view based on, hey, this show now needs a new title. Who's gonna have it? A bunch of NXT people. You're gonna have
Oh my god.
Drew. You're gonna have I don't know who's been NXT champ. Robert Roode.
Braun Breaker.
Bring in Bron Breaker. Bring in a whole bunch of people who
Champa, Finn.
aren't like.
Mm.
Yeah. Bring in a whole bunch of people. Have like an
Adam Cole,
8-man.
baby!
Make it like an elimination match or something. I don't fucking know. It's been a while since, like you said, a championship scramble. Been a while since we've had one of those.
Yeah,
It, It would be an absolute, I guess, solidification of Triple H taking over the company if he said, we're bringing in a new main title. Like, what other way would he be like, I'm taking over? Like, this
I'm
is
taking over my own
Yeah.
title.
Like, I mean, he just came out and said, it's no longer sports entertainers, it's pro wrestlers. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
We've been waiting 6 years for you to say that again, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, thank God. So, it's not the WWE Universe, it's fans, it's not championship, it's title or belt. Like, thank God. There's so much stuff happening that Triple H is doing well. So, if Roman loses in whatever is going to happen at Clash, which I assume is probably at the moment going to be him versus Karrion versus Drew, maybe with a Theory cash in, so it turns into a fatal 4-way. Someone's eating that pin. I don't think Roman eats the pin. Someone eats that pin. Please, for the love of God, put that title on Karrion Kross. Please just book him to the moon. Just straight to the moon. Straight to the moon with him. Please. Or even if they want to be, devil's advocate, put him on Theory. Drew is done. It shouldn't be Drew again. We've had it.
It shouldn't be Drew. We've had it. I don't think we were even fans of it either. But then again, it was the Thunderdome era.
It was the
so
COVID era, unfortunately.
wasn't great.
It's also
So I
worth
do feel
noting
bad
that
for Drew.
if they do the draft and they spice up these brands leading into Survivor Series, obviously that's November. We might get NXT involved in that again because Papa Hage is in charge.
Oh, we will.
We need 3 belts to have champion versus champion versus champion. And even champion versus champion can't happen if there's one title. So this title has to be either split up or another one has to be made before November. And that's 3 months away.
It's so weird bringing in like a brand new belt though, because I honestly don't think the belt design would change because it's a giant WWE logo.
It's the iconic one,
You can
yeah.
see that shit from a mile away, and it's very good for promoting your company.
I mean, it's in Fortnite so.
Yeah, I honestly don't see them changing the design like too much.
What about something familiar? Something that we've
Even
had
if it's
before?
even a big gold, I don't like. You can show that from a mile away. Not anyone would know what that is.
But
Like,
it's
he's
supposed to
got a
be like,
title belt.
it's not sports entertainment anymore because I think sports entertainment's more to bring in people, right? And be like, hey, look, we're entertaining. This is for wrestling fans, right?
Yeah.
Wrestling fans know what the big gold is. And I mean, Triple H himself held the
But
big
I'm
gold.
trying to but if you're in public or you're doing interviews and stuff like that, like the belt just looks like another belt. Like, but having a giant WWE logo on it, it's like, okay, well that's fucking WWE.
Yeah, but I think the company right now is in a point where it's trying to make the fans that they have now happy, other than trying to go out and get more fans. Because right now, wrestling fans are very on the fence as to whether they even want to watch the product in the first place.
100%.
Things like
that's just Twitter.
bringing. No, let's. To be fair, every time we're watching a live show, we go, "This is unwatchable."
Yeah.
Since Triple H has started booking it, it's become watchable, right? Because he's making moves that for example, right, Karrion Kross returning, that's a big deal for people who know, right? We know who he is because we watched back then. Same with Dakota Kai, same with Io Shirai. Bring back the gold. It's the exact same thing. It's something that we know from back then coming back. And yeah, it's going to be something that's with the press and whatever. It's been in the press in the past. If they go, oh, we're bringing back this title from however long it's been, that's news on its own. It's not a brand new title. It's not a new design. We're not all going, oh, it's shit. It's something they know that we like. If they bring back something, that's going to be huge news, especially for that. And plus, he's good friends with Ric Flair, right?
He is, yeah.
There you go. They could easily bring it back. Easily.
Yeah.
If it's brought back, you finally get a main champion back on Raw or on SmackDown. If Drew obviously wins and gets drafted to Raw, whatever happens. You then get the change up, the spice up of the divisions. Roman gets some time off. You get a draft. You maybe get Seth over to SmackDown. You get like Randy staying on Raw. Maybe take over like Gunther, make him lose the IC title, take him to Raw, like put him in the main scene because he's ready to go. Like you finally get a bit of a spice up, and we've seen these rosters the same for a bit of time now. There's been a few shows where they work both shows, like Drew's done Raw and SmackDown before. Roman's done both, obviously, because he's champion. But we finally might get an actual locked in. These are Raw, these are SmackDown. Survivor Series is 2 months away. Let's actually work for the brand and not be like the draft is next week and then Survivor Series the week after. Why would they want to fight for Raw if they were just on SmackDown for a year? You know, like so at least they pushed that forward and made sense. Just means, however, we all as wrestling fans have to be ready for 4 months, potentially more, of no Daddy Roman. Acknowledge your daddy is his new shirt. I love that shirt.
I do too. I'm buying it.
We no longer will have Roman for a couple months. I mean, look, I could be completely wrong. Vince is gone, and Roman might have said, "Oh shit, you know what? I'll just work until Mania. Whatever, bro. I'll do it. Sure. I love Hunter. Like, who knows? Anything could be happening behind closed doors here, and Roman might actually stay around. And if that's the case, he's winning at Clash, and those fans are going to throw their beer cups at the ring because there's not a new champion, and it's not Drew. Like, it's Roman standing over the top of Drew, which should happen. But, you know, they're going to be like, oh my God, we needed a new champion. This sucks. So I'm saying a way out for Roman, I think, is necessary without taking a loss, without taking an L per se. And I really don't see it being a cash in on him, at least. Like on Drew, maybe, or on Karrion. But I'm excited. I'm not how many, like, fuck, it's been 6 years since I've said I'm excited about an outcome for a title. That's fucked up. Triple H, we love you, thank God. But Jesus, it's been that long. I've been sitting here being like, oh, this is going to happen with that title. This person's going to win that title. This person's going to, oh, this is the new champion. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Ronda wins? Cool. Ronda beats Charlotte Mania? Oh, well, okay, nice. You know? So now we finally have some champions we care about. We finally have some booking we care about. We finally have superstars returning that we cared about. We finally have wrestling that we actually get to care about. How fucking good as wrestling fans. And ironically, sorry AEW fans, but AEW is going backwards. Like it's doing some stuff that are like, what are you doing? Like, why? You couldn't find any other competitor to fight Mox? You had to pick Jericho?
Yeah.
What? You have a whole roster of talent that would have loved that opportunity, and you went with Jericho. Huh?
It's kind of like the when we were talking before about the TNA stuff, where they're just taking in WWE guys and using them.
Yeah.
The exact same shit. The exact same shit happened with WCW. Now we're starting to see it actually affect people. Jericho's a big name, sure, but because they're bringing in big names, they've saved themselves the effort.
Mm-hmm.
They've also kind of cost themselves a couple of wrestlers too who could have been over as shit. For example, MJF could have been a champion.
God.
But we'll take him. We'll take him.
Yeah,
that's a good get.
Look, I mean, we always do the pay-per-views on our streams. Of course, we do the watch-along, we do the drinking rules, we do the whole shebang. We do the good old fun with that sounds bad. Fun with each other. Hang on. We do the good old fun time.
Yeah.
If we get MJF at Rumble this year, because hypothetically Triple H buys out his contract instead of making him sit in limbo in hostage with AEW for another year and a half, I will shit and scream. I will stand up on my desk, pull down my pants, dookie hold of the camera, and just shit. I'm telling you right now. Now. So make sure you get over and follow social media channels. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, man, okay. I have thoroughly enjoyed the new. Take out a few little chinks in the armor. The new way we're running this podcast. We're not just sitting here going, "This happened on SmackDown." Yeah, it was fun. Jordan, did you like it? It's like
the referee
fucking
It's a
hell.
discussion. We're talking.
Yeah,
we're not
exactly.
we're not autopiloting like we're going to talk about match one. No, it's like we're genuinely just sitting here fucking chilling. Like I'm holding a peppy. Like I don't give a fuck what's going on. We're chilling, dude.
Would you say that peppy is spicy?
It is very spicy.
Because-
Spicy.
Because we got a segment here.
Yeah.
Now, Jordan, you haven't named this yet.
I don't have a name.
You have a name?
I don't know.
Well, this is what we're for now. We're going to leave unnamed, but it's going to be equivalent, really, of Jordan finding a hot take or a spicy take, if you will, and just absolutely hammering that and making sure that everyone listening at home understands that Jordan has a problem with this product and or this person and or whatever he's choosing. It has to be wrestling related. That's the only rule. Can be any company, can be from any period. Could be back when Miz lost in 8 days. So, all right, I guess I'm the first topic after saying that. But Jordan, the mic is yours. The mic is yours, bro.
All
Go
right.
crazy.
Oh god. Well, this one's only recent, so I mean it's good to talk about now while it's hot. You motherfuckers. All of yous.
Us or them?
No, not yous. Fucking everyone listening.
Okay,
You
okay,
motherfuckers.
okay. All right.
Yous.
Yeah.
I am fucking sick of yous. Yous want people to be champion, right? Nah, you motherfuckers are the first ones. You want people to be champion. You get that person as champion, and then you boo them the fuck out of the building after a month of holding the title. You did it to Drew. You're doing it to Liv after you wanted her to win this year's Money in the Bank, and you wanted her to win last year's Money in the Bank, and you fucking cried on Twitter because she didn't win last year's Money in the Bank, and then you wanted her to win the Rumble. She didn't win the Rumble. She finally won it this year. After beating Ronda, all of a sudden you're fucking shitting yourself saying, oh, she's terrible, and you boo her live. Go fuck yourselves, you idiots. What are we doing? You wanted someone as champion. You got them as champion. And now you're bitching and complaining about it. Fuck me. You cannot make wrestling fans happy, and I hope to God Hunter just starts doing some shit to make people happy, right? Liv was a good call. Before Hunter, it was before him, sure. Fuck me. He's going to realize it's going to be so hard to make wrestling fans happy. Right now, I think like everyone's got that mindset of, oh, it's all new, right? We're seeing changes, great. But once those changes stop, and once we stop seeing people coming back, how many people do you reckon are going to go, I miss Vince. I wish Vince was back. I don't like this anymore. I want someone new as champion. Then they bring up someone from NXT and they go, oh, I want you to be world champion for our show. All right. Fans get what they want. A month later, that person's going to get booed. I fucking promise you, someone gets caught up from NXT, you will complain saying that NXT is being favored by Hunter. You cannot make wrestling fans happy. You fucking can't. Yous are annoying. Yous are fucked. I hate yous all. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the fucking show. I'm done.
Oh, now that is exactly why we put that at the very end of the podcast. Because if you make it this
because
far,
if I said it at the you would stop listening if I said it at the beginning. If I say I hate yous all, you're not going to listen.
If you make it this far, you deserve a little treat, and that treat is to be absolutely abused, shit canned by Jordan. So, I mean, I love that segment.
Attacked.
That's my favorite segment I think we've had in a long time.
Yeah, 100%.
He does make a good point though. Liv got booed on SmackDown. I think they actually cheered Sonya, which is like what? So she's this massively devious heel, being like, "Liv, you don't deserve this title," and then they're like, "Whoa, get him, Sonya!" It's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Huh? But I agree. Jordan's got a great point there, and I can't wait to hear next week's because my goodness, that was the first week on the spot. You made up this segment 30 minutes before we started recording.
All on the fly. No,
So,
that was all on the spot. I didn't even think of it.
Imagine when he's got something to think about, Frog. Fucking hell.
Yeah, all right. We're all
God
good.
damn.
See what happens.
Yeah, find around. Yeah, fuck around and find out, bro. Fuck around and find out. With that being said, we officially hit the end. The end. Okay, the end of this episode. Jesus Christ, that was pretty grim. We've hit all the topics we wanted to talk about. Next week, we're still going to be releasing this on the what is it, Monday? On the Monday night, Sunday for Americans, or Monday morning will be for you guys. It'll be Tuesday morning for us. We'll be releasing this. It'll always be the day before Raw, because if there is a pay-per-view on the Sunday, we'll be way too drunk to record. So we'll need a day to recover and then record our thoughts initially. We may eventually break this up into a 2-week thing, like a 2 episodes per week thing, but I don't think we'll need to with the new formation we have. If we do decide to do a second episode per week, it might just be like a DropKickz React or DropKickz Tinder. Oh, Imagine Sidemen ripoff. Whoa. So It'll be just us trying to find Frog a wife though, because I'm engaged and Jordan's been in a relationship for 10 years. So Frog, you're up.
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call the segment "Matey Wants a Lady." We're
Oh my
taking
god, it's written itself.
Alright.
Matey Wants a Lady. Done.
Matey
right
wants a
now.
lady. Any
Good one,
female
done.
listeners on podcast right now are twitter.com/bullfrogfuntime. That's him. Huge cock. With that being said, love you guys. Thank you guys for listening this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave us some comments down below. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Follow on Spotify. Hit all of our social medias. And we will see you next week with another wrap up of Raw, SmackDown, AEW. I guess NXT Heatwave. That's live. And then we'll see you when we see you. We love you. Peace.
See you, mate.